Welcome, Fox 11 News at 10. I'm Alex Michelson.
And I'm Christine Devine.
Tonight, Southern California on storm alert. Take a look at this video just into the Fox 11 newsroom. This was shot moments ago in Riverside. This is how it's looked for most of the evening throughout the area. Residents in some neighborhoods still bracing for the worst.
Others just bracing for the next hit. We have team coverage tonight. Fox 11's Gina Silva is live in Duarte. Laura Diaz is in Ventura. Jonathan Novak is at our weather desk. We begin with Gina.
Well, this second storm is a lot more powerful than the first, and it will stick around at least through Friday. Now, despite all of the rain, the people we spoke with, they are loving this weather.
It's kind of crazy that it's going on like this, but I like it.
Heavy rain, thunderstorms, and flooding. That's what this winter storm system is expected to bring to Southern California.
We all say, yay, it's going to rain. We just take the proper precautions, that's all.
Precautions like taking it slow on the freeways. If you drive too fast on slick roads, you can easily spin out.
We did see a little increase in traffic collisions, some light street flooding in the low-lying areas.
LAFD Fire Captain Eric Scott spoke with Marla Tejas on the Fox 11 News at 6.
When it comes down to rain issues for us, it comes down to two things predominantly. It's the rate and the duration. The earth is kind of like a sponge, so if you get a lot of water coming down in a short time frame, that causes problems for us.
I like the rain, but sometimes it can get a bit scary.
Especially for residents who live in the areas that are prone to mud flows.
Well, I actually was teaching here when we had the mud flow and the flooding, and it was scary.
People living closest to the fish fire burned scar area witnessed mud, rocks, and boulders sliding down their neighborhood. That's why the city installed these K-rails to protect the homes. Does it make you feel safer to have them there all year round?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And with that peace of mind, you can always have a little fun in the rain.
I mostly love the rain. I can jump in puddles, and today in PE, it started raining, and I'm like, yes.
Great attitude right there. Now, a flash flood warning has just been issued for Santa Barbara and Ventura, and there's also a flood watch in effect for all counties until 4 a.m. on Friday. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Gina, thank you. A lot of drizzle, not a lot of rain in certain parts of Ventura County this afternoon. This is Camarillo. This particular neighborhood has dealt with problems before. Back in March, a sinkhole opened up there. And then back in August, it was Hurricane Hillary.
According to the Weather Service, 5 to 10 inches of rain is expected in the foothills and the mountains. This could lead to flash flooding and mudslides in areas that were recently affected by the wildfires. We've been talking about that. Residents are urged to take precaution and stay alert.
Drivers going through the Sherman Way Tunnel at the Van Nuys Airport had to be a little cautious. Rain runoff pooling in the underpass, making driving a little treacherous. Thankfully, no one got stuck.
The National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory for Ventura County as a second storm hits, bringing rain until early Thursday. Continuing our team coverage, Fox 11's Laura Diaz is live in Carpinteria with the latest. Laura?
Yes, we are here in Carpinteria, which is in Santa Barbara County. And as you know, they just extended the flash flood warning until 12:30 Thursday morning. So that's obviously tomorrow. This has been an extension. Earlier today, it was supposed to end a little bit before 11 o'clock. So you can imagine that people are concerned.
We kind of live on a slight hill. So we always make sure that everything is cleared, and every time that we've had any one of these things, we've always just sort of just made sure that we have good drainage on the street and just make sure that the street can handle everything.
In Carpinteria Wednesday night, locals ran out for some last-minute supplies at the grocery store, hours before a flood advisory was slated to end in Santa Barbara County. So far, no flooding in the coastal communities, though heavy rain and the threat of flooding loom large, especially in fire-scarred areas. This man told me in Spanish he was headed to Santa Maria in Santa Barbara County, which was squarely in the bullseye of the cold December storm. He said he would manejar con cuidado. He would drive carefully and slowly. The deluge of water over a very rainy week was potentially dangerous for flooding and debris flow. But with the Christmas holiday quickly approaching, we found people on the roads, including us in the Fox 11 News van, collecting snapshots of a rain story that goes all the way to Friday. From La Cañada in the foothills of the Verdugo Mountains in Los Angeles County, sheets of rain, sometimes storm cells, pelted us. The rain was widespread. LA was expected to get between 2 to 4 inches in total, and drives like this one on a country road in San Bernardino were more stressful than picturesque. This constant rainfall up and down the state, of course, is taking a toll, especially as people try to get ready for the holiday, for Christmas and then the New Year. But for the official totals and what's coming next, I go to my colleague, Jonathan Novak.
Thank you, Laura. As we look at our live radar tonight, we can pick out a couple of very important things and changes that have occurred in just the last few minutes. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern Santa Barbara County and southwestern Ventura County. This is significant because this is where the South Fire Burn Scar area is and where we feared there could be some heavy rain and possibly cause debris flows. Those would be very damaging. In the meantime, there's also a marine warning. We don't usually see that issued offshore for the Channel Islands. That is for the potential for water spouts for the activity that is south just offshore in the waters off of Santa Barbara and Ventura counties. You can see how heavy the rain is in southwestern Ventura County. This is where the burn scar area is, and that is unfortunately where this heavy rain is moving through. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Hopefully it's better than worse, but this again was the trouble spot and the area that is most prone to debris flows tonight. And again, the National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for that area, meaning several more inches of rain could fall on top of the 2 or 3 inches that have already fallen. In the meantime, a flood advisory now has been issued. That is for eastern LA County, and you can see where that box is. But some heavy activity now to the east of that in the Inland Empire. This is generally moving from the south to the north as the overall activity is moving west to east. And so San Bernardino, you're getting out of some of the heavier activity that is now moving through Crestline. So what can we expect for tomorrow? More of the same. We're going to see some heavy activity through Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, and then more as we go through tomorrow night into Friday morning, unfortunately. We'll have more details on the rest of this graphic and the 7-day outlook coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.